Hello, everyone. Welcome to the award ceremony for the Burton D. Morgan Business Model Competition. Last October, we kicked off the competition. Many students came in with just the beginnings of an idea. We held workshops every 2 weeks that covered topics from the business model canvas to value proposition to interviewing customers to how to make money. The primary goal of the competition is to provide as many students the opportunity to learn and get sufficient understanding of the business model canvas and the customer discovery process. I want to give a special acknowledgement to Emily Baer, who is the primary organizer and lead for the competition. And that included teaching all of the workshops this year. Thank you so much, Emily. This year, we had over 100 students spread across 70 teams at the start of the competition. 23 teams made it to the semifinal round this morning, where 20 judges narrowed down the field to our 5 finalists who pitched this afternoon. I would like to acknowledge all the judges who volunteered their time with the feedback sessions, with the semifinals, and to the finals. I would next like to spend a few minutes to acknowledge the sponsors of this year's event. First, I'd like to thank our 2 gold tier sponsors, Schurz Communications and Ice Miller. Schurz Communications is sponsoring 2 special awards this year. An $8,000 award that will go to the best female-led team, and a separate $12,000 innovation prize. And Ice Miller, another gold level sponsor, is providing over $10,000 in legal services to the top 2 finishers. Next, I'd like to thank our silver tier sponsors. Krannert School of Management will be providing almost $8,000 worth of executive education for 2 of our finalists. Gutwein Law will be providing startup packages for our 3rd through 5th place finishers. And Elevate Ventures, who in addition to providing financial support for the competition, will guarantee 2 spots for the top 2 finalists into the Nexus Regional Pitch Competition on May 19th. And lastly, I'd like to thank our bronze tier sponsors. When you leave the room, for providing their pitch workshop, and to Matchbox, the Rail Yard, and Carl Workspaces, all 3 of whom are providing complimentary memberships to our finalists. At this point, I'd like to also acknowledge all the people behind the scenes. As I said earlier, Emily, who is running all of the operations and logistics for today's competition. She has been assisted by Lola and Veronica, our undergraduate interns, and Murillo, our graduate assistant. Thank you so much for all your hard work. The entrepreneurial spirit at Purdue is at an all-time high. For the past few years, Purdue has been ranked as one of the top 3 universities in the country for startup creation. Last year, the IP Watchdog Institute ranked Purdue 3rd nationally in startup creation. In 2020, faculty and students launched over 55 companies. Now, before we get to the awards, we have a special message from President Daniels.
Burton Morgan has a large deserved place in Purdue history because long before it became as fashionable as it is today, he saw the importance and the need to encourage and celebrate those who conceive and take the risks necessary to create enterprises that give hope and opportunity, employment, and new benefits to their fellow citizens. And 34 years in, the Morgan competition and the activities of the Morgan Center have never been more central to the mission of Purdue. Despite Burton Morgan's example and his contributions, a few years ago, I arrived and found that we had a lot of work to do. I talked to way too many faculty members who had felt thwarted, or at least not encouraged in their own entrepreneurial interests, their own desire to invent and innovate and patent and perhaps even start businesses. And I heard the same thing from students. In a story I've told very often, in my very first semester at Purdue, I was visiting at dinner with some students, and I asked them how their senior year was going. They said, well, they just got a great grade on their capstone project. In my naivete, I asked, are you going to patent what you invented? The professor had told them that it might be patentable. They said, we can't do that because the university owns all the rights. These were not graduate students or faculty who were on the payroll of Purdue. These were undergraduate students. So the next morning I changed the policy. And I thought at the time that we were really just making a gesture, one of many signals I wanted to send, along with changes in our policies and in our support mechanisms to encourage in every way and help those who wanted to start new enterprises. Let them know that Purdue supported that and was enthusiastic about it and wanted to do all it could to help them out. I was wrong. It was more than a gesture. Every year now, since, as people like tonight's participants have broken records for the number of new startup companies, which has tripled over the last 8 years on an every year basis. And every year, a number of those companies are started by undergrads. And I understand that many of the competitors tonight are still in their undergraduate years. So I just want to say to all who brought this evening together, and particularly to the competitors whose ingenuity and initiative has brought them this far in the competition, thank you. Congratulations, of course, on an individual basis, but thank you on behalf of Purdue for adding another great chapter to the story of entrepreneurship and the encouragement of enterprise, which I believe is one of this university's most important missions. Thank you all for making Purdue truly Entrepreneur U. And now, let's meet the winners.
All right. Thank you, President Daniels. And as he said, on to the awards. So the first award we have is for the team that created the best video. And it's a $500 award. And the winner is Hyris. Congratulations, Brandon. Our next award is $1,000 for the team with the best social innovation. And the winner is Edivision. Congratulations, Lena and team. Next, I'd like to pass the stage to Chris Dowdle from Schurz Communication. Chris, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Good. I work for Schurz Communications in acquisitions and investments. And first, I'd like to thank Purdue for supporting this great competition, and Arnold and Emily and the teams. Thank you very much. Schurz has been involved with this competition for about 5 years now in some form of support because we get to see a great array of talent across all the teams that we see each year. So congratulations to all of you participating in this. Schurz is headquartered just outside of South Bend, Indiana, but we have 5 broadband properties around the U.S. And a cloud managed services company called Otava. And we are also very active in minority investments that support various entrepreneur communities. So this year we're giving away 2 awards. The first is an $8,000 award for the best female founded team, and then the Schurz Innovation Award for $12,000. So first, for the best female founded team, the $8,000 award goes to EdVision. Congratulations. And next, for the Schurz Innovation Award, the $12,000 award goes to FreedomWare. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much, Chris. Now on to the placement. In 5th place, winning $5,000, we have Mock iView. Congratulations, Aishwara and Mahith.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In 4th place, winning 7,500, we have Park Out. Congratulations, Ravinderji and Miguel.
Thank you.
Take a deep breath. In third place, winning $15,000, we have Hippo Straw. Congratulations to Dave and Connor. And in second place, winning $25,000, is Aratas Trainer. Congratulations, Josh and Madi. And that, of course, means that the winner of the 34th annual Burton D. Morgan Business Model Competition and taking home the grand prize total of $40,000 is Eon Charge. Congratulations. Thank you all so much for participating and joining us tonight. Enjoy your evening.